that's the reason for a little bit of shaking here. And I'm just going to wait, as usual, just a bit. And hoping to make a very quick attachment of the camera and get going with live stream. So I have already sewed, I already have cut the little bodice. You get to see the top and the back right here. And I'm going to be finishing up on some sewing for Barbie. So I'm about to go and connect the camera, getting myself, see, nice and tight here. Where is it? All right, I'm making sure that the camera attachment is nice and secure so I don't have any problems here. So welcome to the live stream sewing. So very quickly here, this is one that I am sewing right now. It's a very beautiful bubblegum pink, and I already attached the elastic. So all I need to do is put the elastic in there and finish up these tights. Penny Bright is going to be getting a little dress. So I'm going to move this to the side until later, and her as well. And let me show you the tights that I just did. So here are the tights. Look at how beautiful this is. I am so happy to be using this fabric. It's not that I don't want to do it, it's just that I put my fabric in 2-gallon Ziploc bags and then I forget about it. So here are these. You got to see Francie. Where is she? You got to see a video with Francie wearing the same tights. I don't know where she's at. She's not handy, or she's not near me right now. But Francie had the same. So if this is not listed, this also comes with a very cool sash. Let me adjust it to her. And I made it a little bit bigger so that bubble cut Barbies can use it. And I put a little elastic over here in the back. And this right here happens to be a necklace that I'm using as a little waist belt and the tights. So let me show you. Okay, this Barbie's hands don't move. So here are the tights. That's how far they go. They're very, from far away you get to see the shine. So I can't check right now, but pretty much everything is always at my coffee shop. And I made some lime green ones so that I can include this. I tried this on Barbie. It looks so nice on her. So I have a open back being held by a button and loop connection, and I tried it on Barbie and it fits really nice on her. So I'm not about to move this because I have the camera on, but these are the lime green tights that I made for her. You can see they're really tight. So these will go for Vintage Barbie, or the straight legs. So I haven't tried it in anything else, so just wanted to show you. I'll be making a short video on this and update the listing. And I have also been making some skinny pants. So here's one. I tried it on this Francie type body, but she's way longer than her. So made these. Oh, I need to take that out. Here we go. So these will fit Barbie just fine. It's just that she's a little bit longer, and I made a very skinny little hem here. So I just need to do adjustments. So that's what I've been working on. Just a little update of what I have been doing. And let me move this away and get going with the live stream sewing. So, and the reason why I'm working on these is because, of course, I love the colors. And I am going to adjust here my back. What I have here in the back, I don't want it falling. So let me see what else. I have my coffee next to me. I use my brother's creamer, and he has no sugar. I don't like that. Don't like taking, I mean, I'd rather have the real effect. Just don't like the taste. But I tried it out, and I didn't notice until late after. So this is just gonna, I'm done with most of it. I already did the hard part. Actually, believe it or not, the hardest thing is cutting this, cutting the tricot. I have such a trouble with that. I don't even know how it's pronounced. So I have enough elastic here, but I am going to sew this really close. And I have my stitch on a, and I'm pulling it now, so I have my stitch on a tight stitch. So I'm pulling it now, so just in case it touches the elastic, it's going to stay there. So I'm sewing really close, and I'm already gathering. All right, let me gather. You see that? I just gathered it right now. So this is, I already have it eyeballed about how much I need for Barbie. And here is my, this is not going to move. It's actually loose right now. So I have right here, so you can have an idea, 3.5 inches right here. So basically, I have it eyeballed of how much elastic I need. So now I'm going to and I'm going to go up, and by doing that, I'm holding it in place. So it's not going to go anywhere. And I don't have a, hi. Oh, thank you. That was funny. Thank you for being here with me. I'm always alone. Sometimes I feel that I was a only child in my past life because I love my alone time. One of these days I'll tell you the story. Bye. One of these days I'm going to tell you the story of me and, oh, have a good day, of my childhood and why, and the reason. I'm my own psychologist, actually, it seems, and why I have the dolls. So why I have dolls. And I've always said that as a kid, I only had a handful. I only had a handful of dolls. And they always ended up disappearing. And I know why, because I was told why. So I'll leave that for another day. Maybe later on when I have like 5,000 subscribers. So that's the goal. If you want to hear my story, I'm going to say it when I have 5,000 subscribers. How about that? How about we do that? So let me do this. Oops. So I always, all right, there we go. I want to do it nice and clean, so I always like fix the edges here. So, and another thing about this is that I had to be careful to make sure that there was no like runoffs on this material, like nylons, because even though it's brand new, they get touched by people in the store, and when you shop, you don't notice that, people sometimes. When I go shopping, and I've had this for years, by the way, when I go shopping, I go to a like a family owned. Rarely do I go. There's only one store over here. Well, actually two, but I don't like going to the other one. It's a grocery type store. I don't even want to name that store. So Plus, I'm not getting sponsored, so why am I going to give them any advertisement? So, and by the way, for people that are YouTubers and you want to get sponsored by someone, don't mention them because you already mentioned them, and why are you going to get sponsored? That's one of the things that that I will let you know if you're ever thinking or wanting to get sponsored. So don't mention the company names. So yeah, like I was mentioning about being careful when you're buying fabric, people touch them, and this type is like this type of fabric. It is sheer and nylon. It's not wool because it has a well, it's nylon. It has a texture to it. It's not tulle like well, I just said the word, so what more am I going to say about tulle? So, and I am sewing this very close, like you saw a Barbie. See, here's a piece that I missed. Let me see here. Okay, I am adjusting this carefully here. You can see more of what I'm doing. So I am adjusting, and I am avoiding pins to this because again, don't want to have any pulls on this material. This material is like if you have ever had 1950s or 1960s scarves that the ladies, the girls would wear on their hair. Pretty much you see them if you've ever seen the show Happy Days or a movie, but you'll see even on like lithographs that the girls were wearing scarves. This is just like the same type of very sheer, very soft material that that you would see the scarves in the 50s. All right, so there we go. So what I do is I sew on the tip so that it doesn't unsew. So I'm going to sew to keep it in place because it is so sheer. If I leave that long string, it's going to show somewhere in Barbie's leg. So I'm cutting it very nice and tight. And so it's, oops, I didn't cut this. I'm very careful not to cut my masterpiece here. Because when I started sewing for Barbie or dolls, I would do that. I would be like, you know, sewing, and I would inadvertently cut it. So I'm doing this to loosen it up. And so now it's the time that I'm going to, oops, you already see the two pieces of threading. Normally I don't start here at the tip actually. I start it wrong. You'll see it on the other one. And I go in and out, in and out. So I am giving it reinforcement. And that's what I do. So I go in and out, in and out. And this is where I go ahead and do the knot. So there, this one is secure. And you're seeing me here, and this This does take a while too. It's not like 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this other one here, I'll show you. This is where I normally always begin. Like one one thumb, like a thumb, or like a nail difference, which is about a little, actually it's a little bit over half an inch. So now I go in and out, and you see how you see the thread over there? It's already unfraying on its own, and it's only been together for not even 10 minutes. So it's just the handling and the nature of thread. Actually, I'm giving it a little bit more. So now I'm going to do the knots. Okay, that's pretty close. So I'm going to do it right there, and I'm going to need to do a knot here now. Even though I have very little, I might need this thread for something. And I am looking around here for a Barbie body so that we can put it on and you can see. And then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to start on sewing for Penny. So I'm looking for a body. I have one. Oh no, I don't want to use this one. I don't want to take her shoes off, so let me see. I'm going to use a Fashion Queen. So I'm taking her off her stand. And I just found a hot pink pilgrim shoe for Barbie. I found it chewed up, and not I would say 30 minutes ago did I find my cat chewing on a vintage mule shoe for Barbie, and I took that so quickly. She was right here by my side, right here on the right, and I noticed that, and I say that because I just took the mules off of this Barbie. So I am trying to avoid using anything because, again, I don't want to put any, I don't want to do any damage to this. So look how beautiful the color is. Usually what I do is I get a dole stick right here, a wooden dole stick, and I just put it in. I moved my, did I, what happened to my paintbrush? I don't know, but I'm going to use this pencil. This is actually better. This is actually better because of the eraser. It holds on. So I'm just being so gentle. And I don't have any room because I'm working on another musical video, and it is an hour long, actually 70 minutes long, and I don't want to lose it because it's a beautiful video I made from my rosemary plant, and I have all the bees in there. Okay, so this thing got bottlenecked in here, so Barbie's going to have to help me now. So I'm going to put this on her so you can see. And even though I have this one, Barbie's going to help me manage that for me to put it on her. And I did this pink one because I have this awesome go-go dress, like a see-through go-go dress with hot pink and orange. And I was thinking, I'm going to add to that listing. I haven't even listed it, I think. I haven't even done it. So let's do this one. And this right here is my bad here. So what I'm doing is I'm just like moving it along, massaging it. And it's moving, believe it or not. When you do this with this kind of a material, it does move. So it moved as much as it was going to go moving. And I'm going to try to pull gently. So see how much more I got here? And Barbie's going to help me. So it's just a series of moving and readjusting. And it's actually moving, so. And there's the tip. And there we go. Just massage movements like that, and it works. So sometimes mistakes happen like that. Well, that happens, you know, when you bottleneck, when you're turning things inside out. But it gave me the opportunity to show you right here, and I'm just being gentle. And I'm going to put her on my lap like I always do to help me move this up. Because it's much easier for me to do that. And here we have the tights. And that's the back. And pretty spot on to where we need to be. So you move this, you can either move this to the side or the back. So I'm getting the other one. So I have made, let me see if I can get the light here. I have made the green one, the lime green. And let me show you. So I made the lime green out of my tool, or that type of a meshy tool. This is the hot pink that I just did. And I have in mind, so I'm getting this from my bag. This is where they were at. I have this turquoise. So those are the next ones that I'm going to do. So let me put my little pieces. This one is extremely limited. That's basically all that I have. So now for sewing for little Penny. So I'm moving my girls around. Okay, so I'm going to put her back in her stand and move her to the side where she was. Oh yeah, I'll show you the dress later at the end of the video when I'm done with Penny's clothes. So here's little Penny. I am going to be sewing for her. I cut her like 3 fingers worth. This is how I do 3 fingers worth, because I'm going to be when I sew the hem, it's going to be about we'll see how many inches that is. So this is going to be a one-of-a-kind dress because the skirt's going to be different. I was looking for the green one, and I'll show you very quickly before I start sewing my progress of how I did the pattern. If I have the pattern here. Okay. Let me see, did it come down with the tape? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm not going to show you. I had another one other than this where it was bigger, so that's what I did. This is me. This is my third pattern that I designed for her, so you can see. And the back. So it'll show up later eventually. I'm going to take a sip and we're going to get sewing. And right now that I got my coffee, I found out where I left the shoes. These are Barbie Mules, Fashion Queen. So what I'm going to do before I forget, like I just forgot right now where I left them. I'm going to put them in a trinket box. Okay, I'm coming back. So yeah, I put it in a trinket box so that I can get to it later. So I am going to move Miss Penny to the side and start on sewing the hem, and then I am going to do the top, and I plan to make her some panties. So we're going to design some panties here, and you get to see how I do it. If you want to sew for your doll and you don't have patterns, all you need is the doll and outline her. Okay, I'm going to loosen the thread so I won't be able to do the thread right now, the thread work. So this is the fabric. Let me show you. And this is all I have. I have like 9 inches of the material. I cut it on both sides. So it's these very cute Precious Moments little little characters, like zoo characters. And here is the copyright, 2007, Precious Moments. So you can see where I cut the, right over here. You can see where I cut this one here. I always save this part where it says what fabric it is so that I can buy it later. So I can buy it, look for it. And oh my God, you should see me. I always take a moment of my day, and it's like I have a mental note on my head. They're not written down anywhere, and I think I should. And this is the back. The back is this part right here. And so I went precisely to cut and get this area. So it's probably not this one. So that's where this came from. And I was looking for my green gingham, and I went looking for it, and it's not where it was. So I must have brought it in to use it, and I can't find it. So I was thinking of using like a excuse me, goldenrod gingham, but I think this is going to be cute. You know, let me know what you think. Let me show you. If you can comment, I'm getting my gingham area. This is the goldenrod that I'm talking about, and I have red over there. So what do you think? I think that would be too much saturation. I think this would look cute though. It goes with the little bear. So yeah, I'll save this for another one. And did I even bring any fabric? I brought some other fabric, so that's what I'll do. Let me see. I'm going to cut me. Actually, I put it next to each other. I put it next, and it looks really good. It's very monochromatic, and that means, if you don't know, that means that it's basically the same color. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't even measured this. So I'm going to give myself that much for the fold. And cut this right here, right now. And go put it through. I already had done the pre-serger, so I wouldn't do it in right here. But it looks like I'm going to have to do it. I'll measure it later to see what this is. so I can tell you, and I could listen to the video later on and know how much to make the skirt. So it's kind of crooked. But that's how the fabric is. Look how it's moving. And, well, hopefully it's not going to be too noticeable. So we're looking at 9.5 by, this is how I did it. I used the material when it was, you know, all together. So what I did is I made sure that I wrapped it around her hip, not her waist. So I wrapped it around her waist, doubled it, and gave it just a tad bit more. And the tad bit more is because we're going to fold it. So that's how I came about the length over here. So I am going to go do the serger. One of the things I didn't want to do, but all right, so just one more side. All right, so now I'm going to do the hem, and later I'll do the top. I didn't do this side because I used the edge, even though there's little holes over here. So, and we're going to get started on this. So this is going to be so cute, and you get to see it with me, whether you're here with me on live stream or when you see it when it's already pre-recorded. I have never gotten accustomed to sewing with those sewer foots or, you know, help with the machinery. I've never done that. So here is the skirt once more, and now I'm going to do the little top, and I'm going to be using tulle for the armhole and the neck. I was thinking of giving her a little collar, but it would be in the way because it would cover this cute little lion. Okay, and if you're new here with me, I use the edge of my sewer foot, and it's like very thin. It came with my sewing machine, and I really love it. And I am going to sew it. I don't have the iron because of my cats. They, you know, they're roaming around or asleep. But once they want to be, they hear me that I am chatting, and they make themselves known. They jump over here to my side quite often. And when I'm sewing, I am so focused that I am not paying attention to where they might be, and I don't want them to get burnt. So that's why I'm doing this. It's going to keep the edge to the side, and then I can, excuse me, I can iron this. I might as well just go through the whole motion and do the last one. And I could sew it as it is right now without putting tulle, but cotton, this is vintage cotton, as you saw. Cotton does fray, and as we know, Mattel did some wonderful fashion in the beginning. Just, you know, for Ruth Handler to have that vision, it's just so amazing. But the later The later Mattel, not so much. And I appreciate that fashion for Barbie. And I want to be able to provide the same. So this is tulle. This is not the tulle that I use. It's a little bit on the stiff side. So I'm how much I need. So I always keep it here and handy. And I'm going to ease it up because it's going to be helpful. This is going to be so cute. I am so excited when I do doll clothes. And I'm just creating, you know, just like right now. I just saw a fabric and I said, you know, what the heck? I'm going to use this other one instead. And not until it's finished do I get to see, oh, it looks cute. Oh, that's very, very pretty. So, and that's what I say when I see it finished. So here we go again. And all these extra steps really makes a difference when you have little doll clothes. It's for posterity. It's going to remain really nice, and it gives a good effect. I'm not going to say a good look because you're not going to see the back, but you get the effect of it being it's going to last longer. One of the dresses that was cotton and they did not put any attention is the cotton airline dress for Barbie. That one, it didn't get the love that that Barbie got in her other fashion. And in the inside, the one that I have, it's just like fraying, and it's like, ugh. You can tell. you, I mean, I can feel there was no love. I don't know what was going on, and I'll check to see what year that was done. That Barbie, it was fairly recent because one that you can see is the golden brocade dress for Barbie, Vintage Barbie, and that has tulle in the inside. And tulle, yeah, it's more expensive, I'm sure. I have no idea how much they sold it for, but because it is brocade, that is prone to fraying. So, but as a consumer, I appreciate it, and I'm not old enough. I love to hear the stories from other collectors that, oh, that was my first Barbie, and oh, that was my Chatty Cathy, or oh, I had this as a kid. I honestly love to hear those stories. So I need a little bit more. So the street sweeper is on the way. So there's going to be a moment, probably in about 3 minutes or 5 minutes, that it's going to be really noisy here. So there's nothing that I can do about that. I have the window closed, but it has like this low vibration hum that it's that darn thing. It may be heard here. Usually I don't sew on Fridays because my little grandson gets up early on Fridays, and for some reason there was no school on Friday. No school today. So I am taking the moment to sew and do live streams. And my dog is asleep too. My cats are asleep. So that's the other plus of why I said I gotta do this now. So as you can see, and let me get closer. As you can see, I am doing the placement of the tool. Okay, let's see here. I hope my brother knows that. street sweepers coming. I am so, if I hear it coming, I'm gonna literally run out of here and tell him. And I'm gonna leave you for a good minute. And then you're gonna hear the street sweeper. I'm gonna cut it that close. Like if I don't see him here, I'm gonna go. So here we go. See how nice this is? And the tool, I have it over here. I am pulling it. And it's extra. Oops, that was me because I'm really close. I'm really close to the edge. My hand is right here. But I want to have it really close up so that you can see. So there we go. We have one side done. You can't see, even close up, you can't see the tool is right there. And when I sew it together, which is going to be like taking this, see how nice it is? So I'm going to do the other one because since it is a smaller area to work on, which are the armholes, it is harder. So I like to get the harder thing out of the way. And what the tool does is it is protecting the edge from it being, what's the word, you know, being tossed around, being moved around. And it keeps like, it's almost like having a leaf over and protecting what's underneath or to the side. So I think that's the best way to describe using the tool. Using bias tape like cotton, it is a fold, so it gets very bulky. I do make my own bias tape, by the way. There's times that I do need it. So now, here it is. So now, oh, how cute that is. Now we're going to work on the collar. I love these novelty materials for dolls. I like my dolls to look like little dolls. And that's why I love Blythe, and why I especially love, well, yeah, especially love Blythe, because Skipper has, like, she is set, basically, Vintage Skipper, in the 1950s vision of the consumer, of the clothes of the 1950s, even though I like to do my own. But that's how I feel, that's the energy is there. But Blythe, I mean, I like to dress her cute. I mean, there's styles. I mean, if we all like the same style, we would all be wearing the same thing, and it'd be basically like uniform. So that's why variety and people's variety and choices is good. So, but I do prefer to dress my dolls, like little dolls. And I like to see other styles. So I'm going to lightly, very tightly sew the edge of the back, and it's going to have another fold. So okay. So that is extremely tight stitch right here. And I'm going to do the same right here. And I'm doing this very, very tight because I don't want to sew it to where I won't be able to have closure in the back. Okay. There we go. So I am positioning myself to sew, and I am going to be mindful to at least take part of the wording there. Oh, that's really tight. So this is going to probably be a freebie dress, because when people buy from my Mercari shop, they get freebies. So this is going to end up being a freebie, because I did sew it, but this seems too small for Penny. Where is she? Let me see. Let me see here. Yeah, it's really tight. So I'm going to loosen it up a bit. There we go. Okay, so I can't sew it and not have the wording there, but we're going to do it just to finish off the video and to have something for Penny to wear. So here we go. So I always have all these little loose threads here. Well, you really can't see it, but it's there. But this is going to be a wonderful freebie for somebody, that's for sure. So let me pull this up here. Put her here to the side, and I am going to loosen up the thread for now. And I brought Penny because I want to design her some panties. So I'm going to design her panties, and you get to see what I do and what you could do as well. All right. Getting my trusty notebook and bring this up so you can see where is my pencil. So hopefully you get to see her. Don't like to use pen because it could get on the doll vinyl. Hopefully you get to see this. So what I'm doing, and I'm getting my hand all over the place here, I am outlining her body, and then I'm going to put her name because I have drawings of dolls, and then I don't know. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to have the outline of the doll. And one thing that I do is I do the little dot right at her armpit so that I know that's where it's at. And then I do the outline like this. Oops. And then do the other one. Lift one leg and then the other. So there we go. So I'm going to put over here Penny. And now I'm going to design the panties. All right. So this is what I do. And this is what I'm going to do. Let's go from here. So here is her waist. You see where it goes like this? This is her waist. So I'm going to go as far as right here because it's going to need a fold. So I'm going to go like this, and this is the bottom, and this is the room that I need when I sew it. So I am going to outline from like her little hips, and I will outline her body as it is. So I might need a little bit more. So what I'm going to do here is, this is about the amount I need because of my sewing machine, and go like that. And this is the middle. Notice how I have some room over here out to the side. I don't have that much right there. I'm going to cut this. And I am going to go as far as right here and fold it over. And then outline. This is one way of doing underwear. And I'm so confident and secure, hopefully, hopefully, and that's the middle part. What you can do is, when you do this, you can put it on her because it needs to fold over. So see that? Right there. So that's the middle. I put that right there. That's the middle. But I'm going to need a little bit more so that I can sew this together like so. So now the next thing to do is to cut the fabric. Ta-da! There we go. So let's try our theory and get ourselves an underwear for Penny. And I'm going to put this on a fold. I'm going to put it on a fold like this. Okay? The street sweeper is coming, so there is the fold right there. And you can do this in two different ways. So what I'm going to do is cut this. I hope that you can see this, because I can't see this. Okay. So I put it here to the middle. You see that? So what I'm going to do is take this out and then fold it. And now I'm going to cut my little panty. Let me see. I'm going to get up. I'll do me the full version of the pattern later. So if I have some lace handy here, I'm going to try to put lace on the bottom. Let me see. Okay. I have this blue one. I think it'll look pretty. So what I'm going to do is measure this and then double it. And see, I had used some of this before for something else. And this is elastic trim. It has a stretch. It has a stretch to it. There. All right. Is he in the car? Is that boy? I'll be right back. I'm going to call my brother. I don't see him. I'm coming. You probably hear the car started. That's him. Oh my goodness. Alright, so now we're going to do the underwear. This is exciting because we're both going to see how our little plan turned out. And I am going to give myself some easement. Alright. And here we go. What is this thread? This is from the... I think I must have done that. So here we go. The street sweeper is coming now. Alright, he left. Oh yeah, he parked it. He parked it in the in front of the garage. I thought he parked it in the... Oh wait. And now I am going to sew it this way to keep it in place. moving it to the back. It's going to be sewn around over here, so that's what it's going to look like. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. So one of the things that I do is I sew it. I do a little casing here. Oh my goodness, she's on the way. I do a little casing so that I can, so it looks nice on the inside where the elastic is at. My cat's here. She came the other way around. She's on, she's by the window. Okay, it looks like this, but the casing is here, and when I put the elastic in here, it's going to look like that. So I need more elastic. Oh, here she comes. Look at her. Hey, sweetie. What you doing? What you doing, kitty cat? Hi. This is Petra, the one that ate my plant. Alright, she just propped herself here. Alright, sweetie, I'm gonna have to move you. There she is. I went to go get elastic, and she just decided to come over here. So I'm going to give her a little moment of glory and get to sewing. Aw, she's going to sleep. Alright, I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm going to move you. Come on. Let's go. Come on. I know you like it, but... Alright. Let me just measure her, because I don't get to sew for her that often. So I just need to know about how much elastic she needs. I'm going to do that there. Oh, she's coming back. I hope she doesn't... Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing? That was her. She hit the side here. See where I have that? We take that out, and I'm going to give it a little bit more there. Okay, there we go. How cute this is. We're almost done. I may need to adjust that. I'm just doing it. I'm doing it with as tight to the edge. here. I'm adjusting this. I know that you want to see the underwear finished because I do too. I just want to see it done. Like, I want to see it done already. So, let me see here. I am adjusting. So, it needs to be matching this part with this part and this part with that part. So, I just need to get a little bit more. So, what I'm going to do, okay. And now it is ready. I'm going to skirt this so close to the edge. I'm basically kissing it. So let's get all the thread out because there's a lot everywhere. I got this blue. I was going to use white thread. I mean white trim, lace trim. But blue looks really good with yellow and orange. So here's the moment of truth. Get to turn it inside out. We get to see our little creation. This is the back. This is the front. Isn't this so adorable? And let's try it on Penny, and it should fit her just nicely because I gave myself enough room to where it's going to go in her hips. And look how darling this is. Look how darling her little underwear is. I'm going to make her a little ribbon, a little bow and put it there, but I have to find my thin satin ribbon, so she's going to be getting a little bow there. So this is darling. So now I am going to, that's the back. So there is some thread everywhere. Always try to get rid of it, and I don't want to cut to her. So that's going to be darling, and we're almost done here. So I'm going to gather the skirt. And I'm doing this several times because I'm being gentle, and what I'm also doing is making sure that we have a continuous amount of matching. When I say matching, I want it to be all the way uniformed and tight. So this is still too much, but let's see. So I'm going to fold this and put this here. This is the wrong way, but I'm going to take that out. And fold this one. Actually, right there. Now let's see if I have enough, and it looks like it's pretty good as far as how much I need. I do need to loosen it a bit. So now it's a little give and take. I want to keep the most of the gather in the front. Actually, I need to take this back because I have plenty. I just remembered I have plenty of fold space here in the back. So let's start again. I'm going to measure this on her so we get to see a little preview. Actually, this looks so cute as it is, as a little blouse and little underwear. So this is what I was talking about right here. So one of these sides needs to be at a fold. So I'll do this one. And now I can add the skirt. So here it is. I'm going to do it like this. Okay, so that looks good right there. I'm pulling and tugging, and I always sew with facing the, I'm going to use this. I always sew facing the gather here. So I'll take that out and do it now. So that's pretty uniformed here. And what about this side here? All right. I'm going to move this along, and I'm going to be moving it a little bit more to the side here. Oh no! I ran out of thread. So, gotta put this back. What happened here? The thread broke, I think, because I have plenty. So let's do this again. So I put the let's do this again here. I put the needle back very quickly so that I can hold my form. All right, there we go. Okay, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that we have an equal match of this part right here, and the top should match as well. See that? So the next thing is I'm going to use the serger here and see how messy that looks? All this thread and stuff. So I'm going to cut out all this thread, get it pre-clean for the serger, even though it has a it does cut it, but I just want to minimize it. It keeps the thread sharp longer if it's all that it's doing is sewing. just clipped the other side. And this is what it looks like now. Much nicer, much neater. And I am going to connect the back a little bit here. And I want to make sure that this matches because there is a difference between both sides. So I'm going to sew from here. And there we have it, minus these leftover pieces of thread. Let's bring this cutie here. And here's this darling little zoo dress with her precious moment little raw line. That meant my raw was too weak. I need my breakfast. So I took Penny just so that I could dress her up. And there she is. Cute little girl. And her little panties. Adorable. And let's take a look at the back. Here's the back. This is going to be folded like this. I am going to put a button here. I have them here to the side. I'm going to be using this as my bead, as my button, and I'm going to do the chain loop. And I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to do that off camera because I do need to get some breakfast. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this live stream. Let me see, do I have some, I think I do have some material here, but it's kind of like not the same color. Let's see here. Yeah, let's make her some socks. So, let's see here. Let's see here. That's the material. And this is going to be a complete total one of a kind because how much I need. And this is how much I need right here. See that? And from here, I'm going to design her socks. And the other one is going to have, is going to be matching. So there. And there. And just like that, I'm going to make her some socks. And let me get this equal. So both are cut in the same pattern. Oh well. And I am making my own adjustment here for her leg. For her ankle, excuse me. And do the other one. Okay, so I'm going to sew it one more time. Okay, so now she's going to get herself some socks. And one of a kind because there is no pattern. They just got done on the spot. Let's put one on. And it fits like so. So very cute. And put the other one. Okay, so the other one does need to have a little bit more tight. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to tighten it a little bit more, like that much. And I'm going to do the same for the other one. So yeah, see, the other one was fine. See, now they're just about the same. So I'm just going to take it in just a tad. And this one's already taken in. So now they're better fits. Okay. Oops, did you see that? I just tossed this. Just went out like a slingshot. Okay, so now we're going to put them, and it's going to be a much better fit. So very cute. So it doesn't look too bad. The right here. So this is definitely going to be and I'll do the, let me see, let's get all of her. Oh, how cute her little, it's going to be on sale. And I'm thinking of maybe, I don't know. I'm definitely going to have to show that, so, in the listing. And the back. Thank you for being with me here, with me along in the live stream. And if you're not here, catch me later when it is uploaded as a pre-recorded live stream sewing. We'll see you in the next video. There is another dress, 2 other dresses that are going to be done for Penny. Please forget to give me a thumbs up, a comment, and a share. The shares are helping my channel grow, and that's what I'm working on each moment of the day. Thank you so much. Bye.